that's fair to do. But the young men responded. I was on them not just about football, but about life, and especially the seniors getting prepared for life and taking advantage of opportunities that you have right in front of you. And this was a tremendous opportunity to start a run that we want to go upon. So I'm proud of the young men. I'm proud of the staff as well as the support staff. We got a tremendous support staff as well.
Ryan, go ahead.
Well, I understand the question on that shot, but is there something you guys have found with the road that you guys maybe bond a little bit differently?
You spending time together. We bond regardless of where we are. I'm not going to say I can't pinpoint it, but we're focused. We focus, and we really focus on the little things. The night before the meetings that we have are phenomenal. The walkthroughs are phenomenal. Just the overall focus and the understanding. Sometimes we like to be booed and naysayed and all that, and we get that on the road. And I think we're attracted to that somewhat.
Adam, go ahead.
7 sacks today, 2 of them by a guy we hadn't seen much before.
Right.
Key Wade.
Phenomenal.
How's he been coming along?
Phenomenal. I just brought him up before the team. Never complained, never bickered, never murmured. Never said poor little old me. Just worked his butt off rehab, got himself together. When he got the opportunity in practice, whether it was the regular team or the scout team, he went full speed. So guys like that, you got to find a place for them so they could play the game of football. You got to create a package for him so he could be on the field. And he got in the package that we had for him, and he did what he does. And I'm proud of him because he can play inside and outside. He's very versatile, and he's a great kid. I mean, he does his schoolwork. We never worry about him about being late or missing anything. The kid is always on time, and we're proud of him.
Tyler, go ahead.
Coach, I want to ask about the onside kick that they did to start the
Yeah.
game. I mean, is that kind of the focus you're talking about, where you guys don't panic in that moment and then you make them pay for it with a touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disrespectful too. You know, we're starting off like this, like we're gonna get an onside kick because you're thinking that we're not prepared. We prepare for a lot of situational football throughout the week, especially on a Friday. So hats off to the special teams and the guys up front. We put guys up there that are athletes so they could recover onside kicks or whatever may happen, and that was a surprise. And we're happy that we got it, go right down and score.
Was that just a sign that you guys were ready? Your team was locked in for
Well,
this game?
you're happy that you recovered. You could have went the other way, but we responded tremendously.
Matt, go ahead.
How about an update on Travis? How's he doing? So he didn't
Sore,
in the second half.
banged up. Sore and banged up. Travis wanted to play. I don't know if he was quite 100% ready, but half of Travis is a whole of somebody, so you got to understand. But it affects us on two sides of the ball. But he went out there and showed face and tried his best to do what he's capable of doing. But, you know, the first fade we threw to him and he couldn't extend and go get it, and he kind of reacted late. It's not Travis. I said, man, that's not you. What are you doing? Are you okay? And he didn't want to come off the field. You know how he is. But I'm proud of him. The kid is phenomenal. He's a competitor, and he just wanted to play.
What was his week in practice like? How much did he even practice?
Not much, or if any. Yeah. You don't. Travis is the kind of guy you don't worry about on Saturdays. We don't worry about that on Saturdays. Yeah.
Brian, go ahead.
Just offensively, Coach, obviously it maybe didn't finish where you guys wanted to, but the way it started.
Right.
How pleased are you with the way you guys came out? You guys don't always start that fast.
Yeah, we really challenged the coordinators on both sides of the ball about the starts, and we showed statistics of our 2 losses and how we started and the productivity that we didn't have in the 2 losses that we had in the first half. If you do your homework on the numbers, they're astronomical, lopsided. We're second half, we always play, we're in shape, we're conditioned. We always come back and fight hard in the second half, but it was imperative that we get out to a tremendous start in the first half, and that's what we're focused on in practice. We even flipped the practice schedule and changed the way we practice this week. You know, usually we go out there, tempo, this, that. We start out with special teams. Thank God, that's what we started every practice with, special teams. And they were special today to even get that onside kick. So I think changing the schedule was tremendous for us as well.
Coach, speaking about your defense a little bit, North Dakota averaged almost 300 yards a game this season, and you guys held him to his lowest passing yard game of his career. How much does that speak to your defense's preparation after?
We have a tremendous defense. I like where we're headed. I like where we're going. The main thing is we're not who we used to be, but we sure ain't where we want to be. That kid is phenomenal. Bell, the receiver, is phenomenal. Those kids are the first round draft choices in my eyes. And thank God we were able to nullify them. But it's hard when you don't have a running game to complement that. It's hard on everyone. I think we know that firsthand. But those kids have a phenomenal future. They're phenomenal football players, and I'm just thankful we had the best of them today. Let me go out and underscore this too. President Obama is everything to me. I mean, I love him, I admire him, I respect him tremendously. But I heard what he said. You know, President, I heard what you said, man. Like, come on. That's why I really don't get into politics. I'm into people, because politicians they play the political game, and he was here and had to play the political game. So they have 2 good players. We got more than 2 good players, but you're here, so you had to support that. And what he said, they won the last 3 meetings or 2 meetings, something like that. He did his homework. Somebody gave him some great statistics. The president, come on, man. You my man. I love you. I appreciate you. But come on, dog. God bless you. I still love you.
Jake, go ahead.
Coach, the offensive line has been under fire a lot under your regime, but just to see them go out there only allow 1 sack and run the ball like they did.
Yeah, well, that's something that we focused on as well. And we just got to stop the little mistakes. You know, we're having at least 3 mistakes up front, and we got to just eliminate those things. We're showing the most penalized group on this team comes from that group, but because it's 5 of them in the group. But we got to be a little more disciplined. We really focused on the penalties this week as well, and I think we're minimal. I think probably our best day penalty-wise. I know we got a couple at the end, but that's probably was our best day with the lack thereof of penalties. We got a couple bonehead penalties which provoked their first score. I think we had a unnecessary roughness that wasn't called for, and that helped them score their first touchdown.
6 for 70 penalties. Nikki, go ahead.
Yeah.
Just on a similar note with the offensive line, just throughout the season, you guys have been rotating guys in and out of the guard position. Just throughout this season, what's been the importance on rotating guys, kind of moving out in and out of the guard
Trying to
position?
find that click, trying to find that fit. It's like when you put a key into the ignition and you turn it, and if it don't work, it ain't run right. So you're just trying to find that mesh, who works well with others and who can come in on short notice. And you, in this day and age of portaling, you want to kind of keep guys happy as well that can possibly play. You don't want dogs sitting over there on the sideline if they don't get an opportunity to get in the game. I think we utilized 8. I think we utilized 8 offensive linemen today that played a tremendous amount of snaps, and we're proud of that. Because now offensive linemen that you're recruiting or you're grabbing out of the portal understand there's an opportunity to play like our freshmen. When we go grab a freshman, we want them to play, and they understand that you can't play this game as a freshman here in Colorado.
Couple more, Romy, go ahead.
Coach, you say you're not who you were, and you're not where you want to be. You've surpassed your win
Well,
total.
we ain't where we want to be, but we're showing where we used to be.
So you've already surpassed your win total from last year. You're one.
Yeah, but we still ain't got Peggy straight yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're 1 win away from getting Peggy
Yeah,
to
we
a
gotta
bowl.
get Peggy straight. Now we don't want to just get Peggy to a bowl. Now Peggy got great taste. Peggy's sophisticated. She's a lady. So we want to make sure we get her to a nice bowl,
Okay.
not just any bowl. Yeah.
So when you say where you want to be, what is that?
We want to win. We want to win at all costs. But I value winning differently. I don't want to just win on the field. I want to win off the field. I want to win in the classroom. I want to win in the communities. You saw that last week. Our kids did a phenomenal job going to support LeJuan. I mean, I want to win in all facets of life with these young men. And that's something I think we're on our way to do.
Matt, go ahead.
I was going to ask you about that moment. You brought a bunch of kids with you to Casey Middle School last week.
Yeah.
Why was that important for you to do?
I think all of you are important. Everybody's important. I don't demean or denounce anyone's importance. I want, especially if there's a problem that we can particularly help solve and bring solvency to. I want peace, man. I want love. I want joy. I want everybody to smile. I want everybody to have an opportunity to elevate in some form or fashion. So getting that letter from the father and reading it and then having contact with this young man and seeing him crying his heart out it's touching. It touched me and it provoked me to move. And that's what I feel like I am. I'm a mover. And I like to move people and move people in the right direction. That's something that our kids, when I saw them over there, shoot, you know how wonderful that was, man? You know how beautiful that was for our team to go support this man. I mean, they don't know him, but they understood the message and they reacted. And I love it. I love it 100%. That's what it's all about.
2 more, Brian, go ahead.
Just real quick, we were talking about some of the guys that got to play today.
Uh-huh.
Who normally don't play. How big of a deal is that for you guys? For the morale of the team
Tremendous.
when those guys get to play?
First of all, a multitude of those guys are on the scouts team, and they're always giving us a look. So they're the guys that are preparing us to go do what we just did. So to get to see them out there and to see Ben Finisette, see Brayden Key, see we call it two first names. To see two first names and to see some of these guys, 3-6 Mafia, I got nicknames for everybody. And I think Opie got the kick off a couple times. I mean, and Johnny Appleseed. We call them all our era. We call them all, I make up names, that's my era. They don't even know who these people are. So I'm happy and elated they get an opportunity to fulfill their dream. Sometimes it's just their dream, man. They just want to run out there in their CU uniform. I'm upset that we hadn't got Charlie in the paint, though. So I went out there and told the kid, I said, come on, man. Charlie hadn't scored a touchdown. He got one, but he was called back early in his career. I want to see Charlie score. That's what I want. But I'd rather do it at home. I'll take the penalty, too.
Last one, go ahead.
Coach, this is an Arizona defense that has played well against some great offenses this season. For Shador to sit in that pocket and deliver like he did, what does that say to his boys?
We have tremendous potential. We have a tremendous offense. Today we displayed a tremendous amount of balance. The only thing, he didn't protect the ball well. That's what we got to talk about on the sideline. But he's better than that, and I know what he could possibly do. You got to understand, when I'm looking at Shador and he's 23 for 33, it's not him. Like, I'm looking at Shador's like 29 for 33. No picks. Like, come on, man, nobody touch your ball. You better than that. So I'm on him about focusing in the totality of the game. But overall, offensively, as well as defensively, and special teams, I like the product we put on. And Mata was outstanding today. Mate was outstanding. Mark was outstanding today. Yeah, it was blocked the punt. I think he put it inside the 10. So it was an overall effort that I'm truly proud of. Can't wait to get on this plane, get our butt back to Boulder. Can somebody give me a weather update? It's not snowing, is it?
It's chilly though. It's not snowing now. Yeah, it snowed up in the mountains.
It's snowing in the mountain?
Yeah.
So but I like to see the snow in the mountain. That's part of what we talk about with Colorado. So are the mountains covered with snow?
But not covered yet, but I'm sure it's snowing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
You'll get there.
You're able to see him in
If it's below 50, I don't go outside anyway. We have a wonderful indoor. I'm a Florida boy, don't forget that. God bless you all. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for your support, your love, and your hate at times, but I appreciate you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you for blessing my son, too.
Thank you.
Thank